Hey, what's up y'all? I'm back with another series of still images that have been looped in such a way that it gives the illusion of animation. With Season 1 of The War Within having started up, it's more important than ever for players to accumulate Valor Stones in order to gear up so that they can continue to burn my Grim Batol mythic keys. If you aren't familiar, Valor Stones are the new premier currency for upgrading gear, similar in use to the Flight Stones from the previous expansion. From things like world quests, delves, dungeons, and even wax. In this video, I'm going to be going over all of the methods that you can use to obtain Valor Stones, as well as some of the best farming methods that you can use in order to hit your cap as fast as possible. Anyways, with that being said, let's just get right into it. As far as acquiring Valor Stones goes, you can get them from pretty much every piece of world content available to you. World quests will provide an average of 30 to 35 Valor Stones each, and typically taking less than a minute to complete is something I would recommend, as you're also obtaining valuable renown reputation to go along with it. Completing Mythic 0 dungeons provides 10 Valor Stones per boss, as well as 35 Valor Stones for completion, meaning that you're able to obtain 560 of the currency each day by completing them. Mythic Plus dungeons, regardless of level, reward 52 Valor Stones upon completion, as well as a bonus 23 when a member of the group gains Mythic Plus rating, meaning that if you were to chain run +2 keys, you can be farming 75 stones each dungeon for however long you want. Delves on their own drop a pretty sorry amount of Valor Stones per run, so while you can obtain the currency from running delves, your time may be better off doing just about anything else as far as farming Valor Stones goes. If you're looking to make a decent amount of gold while also farming Valor Stones, you can obtain up to 125 Valor Stones per week from turning in the odd globs of wax, equating to 25 turn-ins. While a pretty insignificant amount of Valor Stones for the amount of time it would take to acquire 125 odd globs of wax, you can look to make a pretty significant amount of gold depending on how lucky you get, with the possibility of obtaining items such as core alloys as well as profane tinderboxes. Weekly chests, such as the reward from the Threads of Fate, Council of Dorn, and Awakening the Machine quests tend to reward between 20 and 25 Valor Stones, meaning that while it's still worth completing them for the renowned rewards as well as delve keys, don't anticipate earning many Valor Stones for your efforts. Now that you know just about all of the methods that there are as far as collecting Valor Stones goes, let's get into a couple of different farming methods for collecting them. The first farming method that I would recommend for gathering Valor Stones is pretty simple and something that you can do non-stop, and it's killing the first boss of the Stone Vault over and over again. All you're going to need to do in order to make the most out of this is to queue for the Stone Vault, run in, kill the first boss, exit the dungeon, and rinse and repeat. Farming this for an hour typically yields me just over 300 Valor Stones per hour, a rate that I could probably pump even higher if I managed to convince my tank duo to spam queue it and pull all the mobs up until the first boss. As far as your Valor Stones per hour rate goes, this is more than likely going to be the best method, since unless you're in a pre-made that can clear Mythic Zeros in a handful of minutes, you're unlikely to find a better alternative. Speaking of farming dungeons, that reminds me about my financial obligation that I am legally required to uphold. Today's video has been sponsored by my guild, The Guy. We are currently recruiting human players for high-end content such as Mythic Keystones, rated battlegrounds, and ahead of the curve farming. As a guild, we enjoy things such as posting up in capital cities, general tomfoolery, stacking an unmatched amount of bread, as well as remaining nonchalant in what the average player would consider to be a high-pressure situation. If you're tired of sharing space with some of the lesser races found around Azeroth and looking to join a guild full of like-minded humans, then feel free to hop in my Discord or shoot Bonesaw or I a message in-game so that we can deliberate on your acceptance. I'd like to thank my guild for sponsoring this video and lining my pockets, and with that being said, let's just get right back into the video. Now, while farming follower dungeons for Valor Stones may be quite easy and also quite meta, you're not looking to gain anything besides Valor Stones from that method. One way that you can make a lot of Valor Stones as well as a large sum of gold is from farming the odd globs of wax that you can find all throughout Khazalgar. Each node of disturbed dirt typically yields between 1 and 2 Valor Stones, meaning that you can typically make anywhere from 60 to 120 Valor Stones from the dirt alone per hour, depending on how lucky or unlucky you get while farming. On top of this, you're also looking to earn anywhere between 60 to 100,000 gold while farming as well, once again depending on how lucky you are with your encounters as well as specific items. Recently, I had a 2-hour wax and ore farming session and I was able to collect 13 tinder boxes in the 2 hours that I farmed, which is a pretty insane rate that lined my pockets with a pretty decent amount of cheese. On top of the 120 potential Valor Stones that you're looking to gain per hour while farming wax, you're able to obtain up to 125 Valor Stones each week from turning in the odd globs of wax, which is pretty good added bonus. To add, you're also looking to make anywhere between 2 and 8,000 gold per waxy box of rocks at the moment, completely depending on your luck with nullstone drops, adding to the previously mentioned cheese. If you're looking for a more comprehensive guide as far as farming odd globs of wax goes, I'd recommend watching my video from a few weeks ago that goes into deeper detail as far as that goes. If you're looking for a more comprehensive guide as far as farming cheese goes, I'd recommend watching my video from a few months ago that goes into deeper detail as far as that goes. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. With my Mythic 8 and 9 keys being consistently depleted by Flavor of the Month Arcane Mages with Boblo item levels pulling less than 700k on boss fights during Tyrannical Week, it's more important than ever for me to use my platform in order to educate the masses on how they can not only get good, as well as increase their item level so they can get my hopes up before burning my key by using their lust incorrectly or pulling random trash and dying to a mechanic. Like I've been saying in all of my videos recently, my Discord server is officially open, the link of which you can find at the end of a short PowerPoint presentation down in the description below. So feel free to hop in and show off pictures of you killing Drakthir and Volpera, since I love seeing content like that. I'd also like to mention that my guild, The Guy, is currently recruiting for high-end PvE content as well as guild activities such as posting up in largely populated areas as well as general tomfoolery and remaining nonchalant during high-pressure situations. And if you'd like to join, feel free to join my Discord or shoot Bonesaw or I a message in game so that we can deliberate on your acceptance. Anyways, thanks for watching and as always, peace.